Well, what started out being our annual daddy-daughter dance, which we've been going to for 20 plus years, we have a discrepancy on it because we don't have we lost some of the pictures and the tickets. But anyway, 20 plus years, ever since she was like 5 years old. So ended up taking a little detour. Old Goldie laid down on us. Alternator went out on it. No big deal. It happens. My old Chevrolet buddies are going to have a field day on this rare occasion. You'll see a Ford on the back of a rollback. At least it was a Ford rollback. It was confused to have one on it. All right, don't get all excited, guys. Nothing really happened, just a bad alternator. The alternator went back. And my old buddies Day and Jay once again come to my rescue. It happens, even to the best of them. Goldie's getting a ride. Well, I'm finally getting around to taking the alternator off my Ranchero. Last time I drove it was at me and my daughter was trying to go to the daddy-daughter dance for Valentine's Day, and the alternator went out on it. So let's get the alternator off and get it rebuilt. Well, that wasn't bad. Took me longer to gather up all my tools than it did to get it off there. And I didn't really have a good place to put my camera there, so I apologize for that. I'm about to get me a little better setup, maybe a magnetic thing for my camera here. But all I needed was a 5/8 and a 9/16. Took 2 bolts off, zipped them right off of there. And now I took this off and I took me a picture of it. And then I'll just take all these wires. This thing's got 4,700 wires on the back of it. 1, 2, 3, 4 different places that it wires up on that thing. So I took a picture of it where I'd remember. So I just take that off there and take it up there. And they actually have what they're calling a rebuilt one of them. And it's got a $40 core charge. So I'm hoping that it's actually got a original style case on it. And if that's the case, then that's what I'm going to go for. All right. So I took the picture, got the 4 wires unhooked. No big deal. Took them off there, and check this out. No wonder that thing was squealing and hard to turn over. It was having to slip the belt. Ow. It was having to slip the belt on the pulley. Look, the alternator is 100% locked down, I mean tight. So definitely in need of a new alternator. So like I said, hopefully it'll be the right style up there and I can just switch it out pretty cheap. I'm assuming it is because they want $40 for a core and the alternator's only 50 something. So hopefully it'll be the same one. This is my 2 batteries I gave $4 a piece for at an estate sale. Okay, my thriftiness paid off this morning when I stopped by the store here to get an alternator for the old Ranchero. The other day we was at an estate sale and my wife's like, "Why'd you buy these batteries?" I said, "Well, I gave $4 for them and I just called and I ended up, they'll pay $10 for them at the store." So I come up here to get my alternator and everything. I got the alternator and the belt and everything for the Ranchero. So I get in here and they actually didn't have the alternator I wanted, so I just paid the extra for the core to where I can have this one over here rebuilt. So it was supposed to have been $109 just for the alternator and not having the core, plus the belt, which was $8.90 something. So about $120. By the time I got through putting my cores through and all that stuff like that, and done that, and I also went through there and I had messed up and not had a battery on some cars from a long time ago. They keep it on record. And I told him, I said, "Hey, look, did I ever not bring a core in?" So I ended up not bringing 2 core batteries in. So I ended up getting $22 a piece for my $4 batteries. I don't know how y'all add. That's $18 a piece. That's 36 bucks. I'm up today. Bam. Thrifty, not cheap. Okay, so I'm not 100% thrilled with what I've done here, but I got a plan. This is the original alternator that come off the Ranchero. This is one that's relatively close, but you know, there is some difference on it that if somebody really knew, I guess they would be able to tell. But like kind on it. Biggest thing here on the back is everything is the same, but it's also some different too, a little bit, where these are located, but they're exactly the same. So what I'm going to do is, because I really want to drive my car tomorrow, is I got this alternator. I'm going to put it on the car. I'm going to take this one and have it rebuilt, and then I'll have this alternator to go on the car that I'm building. So it's not like I'm wasting my money on it, because I am going to use this alternator. I'll just put it on the car I'm building. So here we go. Let's put it on. All right. So we got the new alternator back on. Everything hooked up. You just do exactly opposite of what you seen me do earlier. So let's see right here if we got a light coming off, if I got it all hooked up right. Let's see what we got here. Light went right off. Nothing to it. Well, it sounds so much quieter. I say we're good. No little red light on. Purring like a kitten like always. Goldie's ready for a pretty day ride. Sunday ride. I think that'll work. Get her out now. Worst job. Nothing like the sound of a good old 289. I like it. Hey, sorry guys, but them old fart cans will never sound as good as just a regular old pipe on this thing. Stock exhaust on it. Yeah, no. Leave them farts in the bathroom. Keep them off the street. I say the 0289 sounds pretty good for a 65 model. They don't appear to ever really have a bolt turned on it. This thing will be on the road, and all these new cars are already gone, and I was going to say rusted, but dried up plastic and crumbled back to earth. Get a real car.